welcome to our Media and Information Literacy class for TVL 12 and CAS 12. My name is Teacher Kathy Sandoval. Welcome aboard. Before anything else, I would like you to think about these two pictures. First, this picture. Next, this picture. What can you say about these two pictures? So what do you think is our lesson for today? Some of you says creative pictures. Very near. How about the others? Oh, very, very near. Somebody says creative media. Well, your guess is right. We are talking about creative media, and to be exact, we are talking about creative multimedia. But what is multimedia? Let us first define what is multimedia. What is multimedia? Well, multimedia represent the combination of all elements like sound, image, video, and text. Now, the sound, video, drawing, text, or images are combined into the interactive environment. That is multimedia. We have 4 uses of multimedia. The first one is in education. The second one is in engineering. The third one is in commercial purposes. And the fourth one is in entertainment purposes. So when do we use multimedia in education? As of today, we are in the new normal of education, and it has been a very big use for all of us, especially teachers and students. Why? In this new normal of education, multimedia has become a platform for training courses or online lessons. In terms of engineering, software engineers use multimedia in different computer applications like AutoCAD. These softwares are used to collaborate with other professionals to work on the buildings or work with other engineers or architects. Number 3, for commercial purposes. During this pandemic, multimedia has become a very important purpose, especially in buying essential goods. Some of us buys through Lazada, some of us buys through Shopee, or some of us buys through online stores which are near our towns. So that's a very important purpose during this pandemic. The fourth purpose is on entertainment and fine arts, wherein people, especially during this pandemic, were entertained by movies, and this multimedia uses special effects for TV shows, movies, and video blogs. Those are the 4 uses of multimedia. Remember, education, engineering, commercial purposes, and entertainment and fine arts. Now, the first element that we will be talking about and I will be teaching you is the text design principle and element of multimedia. Why is it text important in multimedia? So here are the text design principle and elements that we need to think about if we will begin a design. Let's watch this.
Layout and composition. In a way, they're the foundation of design. They give your work structure and make it easier to navigate, from the margins on the sides to the content in between. Of course, it's not just about working with text. Composition matters in other mediums too, like graphic design, web design, and much more. Without a well-composed layout, your work would basically fall apart. The key to mastering layout and composition is to think like a designer. Luckily, it's easier than it sounds. There are 5 basic principles that can help you transform your work and sharpen your eye for design. Let's start at the top and work our way down. Proximity is all about using visual space to show relationships in your content. In practice, it's pretty simple. All you have to do is make sure related items are grouped together. For example, blocks of text or elements in a graphic. Groups that are not related to each other should be separated to visually emphasize their lack of a relationship. All in all, this makes your work easier to understand at a glance, whether it's purely text or something more visual. White space is an important part of every composition. Now, this doesn't mean literal white space. It just means negative space, like the spaces between your content, between lines, and even the outer margins. There's no one way to use white space correctly, but it's good to understand its purpose. White space helps you define and separate different sections. It gives your content room to breathe. If your work ever starts to feel cluttered or uncomfortable, a little white space might be just what the doctor ordered. Alignment is something you deal with all the time, even if you don't realize it. Whenever you type an email or create a document, the text is aligned automatically. When aligning objects by yourself, for instance, images or separate text boxes, getting it right can be tricky. The most important thing is to be consistent. Let's take a look at what that means. It might help to imagine your content arranged inside of a grid. Notice how there's an invisible line centering each image to the text? Each grouping is also evenly spaced and aligned, with equal-sized margins. It's that attention to detail that makes the composition easier to navigate. Without consistent alignment, your work could start to feel disorganized. Contrast simply means that one item is different from another. In layout and composition, contrast can help you do many things. For example, catch the reader's eye, create emphasis, or call attention to something important. There are lots of strategies for creating contrast. You can use color, adjust the size, shape, or visual weight of an object, or use contrasting styles of text. Contrast is also closely tied to hierarchy, a visual technique that can help the viewer navigate your work. In other words, it shows them where to begin and where to go next using different levels of emphasis. Establishing hierarchy is simple. Just decide which elements you want the reader to notice first, then make them stand out. High-level or important items are usually larger, bolder, or more eye-catching in some way. Repetition is a reminder that every project should have a consistent look and feel. That means finding ways to reinforce your design by repeating or echoing certain elements. For instance, if you have a specific color palette, look for ways to carry it through. If you've chosen a special header style, use it every time. It's not just for aesthetic reasons. Being consistent can also make your work easier to read. When the viewer knows what to expect, they can relax and focus on the content. In many ways, layout and composition are the unsung heroes of design. It's easy to overlook their role, but they're part of everything you do. A nudge here, some extra white space there, and voila! With a little attention to detail, you can create beautiful, professional-looking compositions. Thanks for joining us for the basics of layout and composition. Check out the rest of our design topics, including typography, color, and images.
So typography is arranging text and making it more appealing when it is displayed. So this is an example of when can you use the text design principles and elements. So you can use it in your PowerPoint presentations or when we're working with documents. You can apply the text design principles and elements so that your presentation will be more appealing to your viewers or audience. To generalize our lesson, I have here jumbled words and I will give you 2 minutes to think about the complete thought or the exact message of these jumbled words. Please direct message me or PM me in my social media account, and whoever gets the correct answer will get additional 5 points. Well, for our activity today, we have 2. First, for those who can't be online, you can make your own calligraphy. Use or choose any code and then make a calligraphy using your handwriting and color it. And next, for those who can use online tools, please go to www.meme.com and make your own font style and color it using the tools in that website. You can go to www.fontmeme.com. Hi, for those who can go online, I can walk you through the website. Okay, so the first thing that you will do is that you should go to your browser and type www.fontmeme.com or fontmeme.com. You will then be directed into the website and you can see different applications as you scroll down the website. And you have different tabs here: fonts in use, text generator, font collection. Please click text generator. Okay, this text generator will move you to another screen which has a different fonts and text effects, and you can choose any from here. Right now we are doing calligraphy. Okay, so we go to calligraphy. Let's click the button. Okay, and then we will be directed to the calligraphy fonts. Okay, there you can see the different font styles. For example, let's use my name, Kathy Sandoval, and then on the next box you can see the box of the different font styles. You can select any font that you want. For example, let's try this one, Art Brewery font, and then next box you can choose how big or how small your font should be. So let's try 80. And then here next box is select an effect, the different effects box, and let's see. Okay, let's try this one, texture would be, and then you can select an outline. Okay, the default outline X1, X2, or you can select the default color. Okay, let's try something which is little reddish or pink or purple. Okay, then loading. Now let's click generate button, and then you can already right click on it so that you can save it. You can already see the 3D text generator of your name with your own font style. Okay, so you can save it in any of your folder and then save it into your own file name like 3D Kathy, and then click save. After that, you can already see this in your folder, and you can already use this text for your calligraphy. Okay, so this is already my calligraphy of my name, Kathy Sandoval. So it's very easy for all of review. I'm sure you can make it in just 1 or 2 minutes. Okay, so that's it on how to go to that website. Thank you so much. So here's how I will grade you. You learned a lot. For other questions, you can just PM me or direct message me through my social media accounts. This has been your teacher, Kathy. Thank you so much. Always love and learn. Bye-bye.